Dear friends, hello, DigiU ecosystem here. CEO Alexey Ognev is talking. Welcome to our webinar, and today we will talk about how our roadshow went, how our trip went to Vietnam and Indonesia. And it will be in the first part of our webinar, and at the second part I will answer your questions with pleasure. So please write your questions in your chat. So this is our plan for today's meeting. Okay, roadshow, what is it? Why we went? Firstly, it is investment term. It is when a company visits some cities or countries or some locations where represent the company to invest, to attract investments to our developments within our ecosystem. And the roadshow was made to attract investments and partners. Of course, we did it with different tools. And firstly, our goal was to meet with our partners that have promoted and now are promoting our products in their countries. The next goal is to find out the market, learning the market with large companies in Indonesia, with education institutions, and they are develop blockchain technologies and artificial intelligence and educate people. And of course, on our conferences we talked about strategy of the company. We talked about what are our steps and what profits get people that join us and the company and invest. Also, we presented our technological developments, our products and projects that potentially can join our company and become the co-owners. And it was for about 3 weeks. And honestly, it wasn't that easy in my life. It was about 12 flights. It was 3 days in a way to that countries, and these meetings and negotiations and communication with a lot of people in foreign languages. It was really interesting, really inspiring and serious deal. And I will try to share the details that I remember now and some things that we are going to do after this meeting. And obviously that what I want to say, that this trip was successful and our goals were achieved fully. It is about attraction of investments and having new partners and companies that are involved in connected spheres. And also, we will do this practice further, and now we are preparing for the next trip, and we will talk about it later. And we will go there with new ideas. So the first country was Vietnam. So I want to say that it was unbelievable how the arrangements went. Vietnam partners, and the country is the country number 1 regarding a number of partners. It is a leader, and long time it was for us a surprise, and we didn't understand what do they do and what do they find in our company. They have a big flow of new partners, and we tried within this trip to understand, and we did it. Vietnam for us became a country of a big prospect regarding modern technologies development, and now we have a lot of investments from a lot of countries, and modern technologies are really popular there. And the leaders and Mr. Advan Tan arranged for us several serious meetings with the large companies. The first one was with the Vietnam Blockchain Association, where we negotiated our developments in artificial intelligence. Well, our task in the meeting, of course, you prepare to it. So our task was to exchange our experience. And even at the first meeting, Vietnam Association, we understood that it is professional at the world level, and it is well known. And we told about ecosystem, about AWA, about protocols, about what news we have. And of course, we get exact and interesting questions from Blockchain Association of Vietnam. And we started signing an agreement that implies further development of our experience exchange and further projects. It was really glad, we were really glad that at the level of government in Vietnam and also in Indonesia, they have a government program of development of artificial intelligence and blockchain. And these projects are really popular. And the second meeting was with AIMSoft, and they registered different technologies with computer vision. We have showed our developments, and we were surprised with the high level of these developments. And now we are also signing an agreement of cooperation and maybe some integrations into our company and into their products. And for me personally, especially valuable was the highly concentration of partners into these meetings and these events. And for me, it was important that the idea that we promote and the position that we translate is really good implemented there, because visiting the country, we see the partners that develop our project, and they are interested not only in development of partnership network, but also into promoting our products and attracting new developments into the ecosystem. And this position is really right. And we understand that in different countries there are different needs and some points that demand more attention. and then they have prospects. And we understand clearly that in Vietnam, in Indonesia, in India, in African countries, in Latin America, in Europe and other countries, we have people that know what the ecosystem does. They communicate with the local technological companies, and the government can arrange some meetings for us, based on which we can promote our ideas on the next level. And it was a pleasant surprise for me. I was amused, and I understood clearly that this is what we wanted from this community, and we got it. And I thank you, and I thank Mr. Advan Tan from Vietnam, who arranged meetings for us and is actively working on promoting the ecosystem DigiU and the products. Also, apart from meetings with partners and companies, the culmination of our trip was a conference where we talked about the company products. In Vietnam was Alexander E and me. And there was a speech where we tried to talk about all the spheres of our company and talk about important technological points. And we talked about strategy, about stages of development. We talked about new products and how we make selection and what exactly technological companies are interested in us to attract them more. And it was demonstrated a technology of digital avatar, and later we will tell you about it. Maybe we will make it available for you to use it, or maybe somebody have already seen it who follow our social networks and our news. And also, what I noted, it is our speeches. For us, it was new to address the big audience, because we get used to have a speech like now online, but there were a lot of questions, live energy, and we were amused with the preparation of the audience, because the questions were really smart. We understood that people know the technologies, and Vietnam was really surprising for me in this point. And I think that our partners from Vietnam will watch this webinar and our conferences. And I want to say about cultural traditions in Vietnam, in which we go in from the first day in Vietnam and Indonesia. And we will further long time unpack this roadshow. We will represent our results, and we will make some content regarding it, and also talk about our agreements that we now signing. Okay, after a week in Vietnam, we went to Indonesia. Mr. Dallas with a team organized and arranged really good meetings. And what is the difference we noticed? So in Vietnam, we communicated with the government and financial companies oriented on developments. In Indonesia, apart meetings with partners and investors, we communicated a lot with educational institutes, with the professors of technological faculty. We talked about meta-universe. So now it is some website where we can walk visually, virtually into the university and to watch some achievements, the best students, some developments, and so on. And when we started to dive into this theme, they talked that at the level of president, it was decided to make a metaverse of Indonesia. And now everybody who are interested in this and who want to help and be involved into this, they're preparing specialists regarding this theme and exchange experience regarding these high technologies. And it was discovering for us, and we were glad that we didn't need to tell people what is digital personality, what is meta universe, what is the value of it. They know it, they knew it, and they see the prospects of this technology. And the main thing, that the trend nowadays. And of course, there were some meetings with different technological companies, with companies that are involved and they use in their activity modern technologies, with hotel businesses, with medical businesses, and also we are working now on signing agreement of cooperation with them and give our developments to those to that university. And everybody were interested in DeFi and cross-chain, and we talked about can we demonstrate these technologies to some group of students, for example. Of course, now it is only negotiations, and so please understand that within one meeting, we negotiate some simple points, and we are getting acquired. And after this, we can work on this. And with each company, with each person interested, we have teams to work with. And coming back to Russia, we have prepared needed documents, and now we are waiting for the next steps. And of course, within Indonesia visit, we held a conference where Sergei Zinenko joined me. So Sergei Zenenko, Alexandra E, and me talked about our strategy, and we demonstrated our technology of digital avatar and the audience of our webinars. If you have watched the last 3 or 4 webinars, you understand what I'm talking about. And if you haven't watched it, so please watch, and then you will understand. And also the level of arrangement and the amount of people there and warm partnership communication was really amusing. It was a pleasant surprise for us. And in Indonesia, it was a 9th conference, and we had pictures from all the conferences. And maybe you don't know that we had already conference in Indonesia in 2020, and we talked about different things regarding our ecosystem. So our goals that we made for us for the roadshow on communication with partners and investors, demonstrating our technological solutions, which are included into our ecosystem and can be included. We have achieved these goals fully, 100%. So now we look at our mistakes. We are trying to make our work better, and maybe in the middle of September, we will visit other countries of Africa, maybe Latin America, and India, for sure, because these countries are the most active, that are already ready to invite us and to meet us. And we now understand with what companies we can sign now agreements. And so this process is ongoing. And also, maybe people who watch me in Russian language want to arrange some meetings and conferences to their cities. You can contact me, and we will look at your suggestion and we will do this. So now we can go to questions. So as a tradition, I will start with the Russian chats. And I ask my colleagues to send me translation of foreign chats, translation of question. So the question, where there will be certificates of brokers from DigiU, and where and when we will have our prices. So regarding quiz, we have already accounted prices on 10th of August. And if you think that you have won but you don't see your shares, please write us, and within a day there will be an answer. Certificates from brokers from DigiU.Voice. This project is being developed, and on 24th of February, we knew the date where it will be implemented, but after it, we are not sure. And you can see a webinar with Sergey that this project have been postponed, but we get additional possibilities how we can implement it. And obviously, it demands serious work. And also, it is an additional flow of money into DigiU.Voice. Obviously, it is not the main one. And now DigiU.Voice is working for everybody who is interested into the project, who are interested into earning and increasing the amount of cryptocurrency and earn permanently, continuously. And the advantages of the product without any risks. We are proud of it. And now, maybe only a bank deposit is an analog of our project. And we visited countries, and it was really cool to see that it is working and people use it. So in Russian, the educational course is available in Russian. It consists of 4 lessons on DeFi and farming, and you can learn important things from it, from this course. So visit your personal account, intersection DigiU Education, and watch this course. Now from March, we have a strategy, increasing of amount of dividends we pay out, and now we are continue to work on this. And when it will be increased by 10 times, we will celebrate it all together. And all the shareholders of DigiU, the next dividend payout will feel this increase. Okay, Alexey Shaposhnikov asks, we are waiting some dividends, at least 1 for 1 share. I'm really glad to read that everything is okay from Alexey. So it is indeed okay now. So we are implementing dividends payout, and it is important that you understand why we do it, and it is important to know it if you promote our company informationally. So in a month, mainnet AVA will enter, and we'll have negotiations with a new project that can be included into our project, and now it's ongoing, and we clearly understand how we will do it further. Okay, I don't see any questions raised, so I understand it because it is Friday evening. Yesterday I had no time for it, but traditionally it is Thursday, so I understand. So there are not a lot of questions. So if you will watch the webinar after live, please ask your questions. Another question. I'm a newbie. I want to build a team. Is there some education? Well, okay, we have some educational material on investments, on products that we are developing, DeFi, cross-chain, financial literacy we will have soon. And in some months, we thought that the amount of educational programs should be more and more, and in some time there will be some, and we will build a complex approach. We have an idea to build some academy for our partners and for people who are informationally promote our company, in which we will include some courses on technology understanding and prospects understanding, and of course some leader educational programs. So it is. And another question, if DigiU is financial pyramid? Of course not. Because on the first year of our existence, we have known how to make additional cost of our product. So everybody can see, can know how we earn. So just for it, we have created a course from Sergey Zinenko, how the project is working. And every partner can get to know it and earn in DeFi, understanding how it works. And of course, from the activity of this product, from the first year of the existence, we pay out dividends. It is really cool, and it allows us to develop. So another interesting question. Could you please give us updated information where nodes will be launched? So, okay, it is better to ask in chat of Ava this question, and maybe in next week I will invite Boris, CEO of Ava and our blockchain laboratory. He will tell you how the project is developing, what achievements we have, and we will talk about validators. Another question. Can DigiU be a guarant interbank to have a deposit and invest into company? Well, this question is not really clear. Investment into credit is not correct approach, obviously, and we talk about it, and that's why we prepared a course on financial literacy, and then next week it will be ready for Russian audience, and then we will translate. So to get a credit to invest is not okay. Okay. Let's see some questions from foreign chats. Okay. It is from Mr. Delis. So leaders from Indonesia, we will make our own roadshow in some provinces. Yes, Mr. Delis, I'm glad that you are here now with us, and I'm glad that you start this work. This is really awesome. Okay, next question. Will there be token AWA accounted if we are in this project? Yes, we have the theme and we have a webinar on this. Ecosystem DigiU is a seed investor into AWA, and we have 5% of token sale. And if you watch the last webinar with Alexander E, there we talk about all the variants, how you can use these tokens, and the one is accounting the tokens to shareholders. So this idea is okay now, because not everybody has wallets. So we talk at this webinar about this, and there are different scenarios. So if you know how to use cryptocurrency and blockchain and have a wallet, you can use this approach. And working with a big audience, we understand that not everybody know this, and at least the bigger part of investors and people that have shares of DigiU now don't work with cryptocurrency, and for those people it is more pleasant to get more dividends in a form of tokens. So anyway, we will choose some hybrid approach of implementation of tokens, and of course we will talk about it later. We will explain you how we have chosen this approach, and we will share all the details with you, and we will invite Alexander also and discuss it with him. Okay, next question is, will 5%, this 5% go into staking of DigiU? So our task is, so okay, on dividends, we allocate 50% of earnings of the project. So 50% we pay out as dividends, and 50% we have for developing of the company. So it will be the same. So the form itself, how we will do this, is being created, and we have talked about it, and in the last webinar we talked about it in details, and I underline that you can watch us in Russian if you are Russian, if you speak Russian, and you can understand our content in a full. So okay, I don't see any questions left. So let me thank you for this webinar. Thank you for your questions. It is really pleasant. And for me personally, it is the most interesting and live moment in the webinar. And thank you that these questions were different. And I remember how we in Vietnam, we asked people to ask more and more questions to understand what is the audience interested in and at what level it is, and do we manage to explain our ideas, and is it clear or not for people. So thank you for your questions. Goodbye. Good luck.